temperature's good,
Yeah, I
audio
think we're-
good, video good. We
Do I have?
vibing?
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
Episode 65. Let's
Yeah.
just, let's get to the bullshit. Episode 65.
Actually, can we hold up?
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor real quick?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I just want to try something. Here, stand up.
Yeah.
Hold on, sit down.
What's go? Oh, shit. All right. All right.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
My name is Mike, MIC, the Master in Creation. We are here on episode 65 of the Masters of Creation podcast.
Okay.
We have a wonderful guest on the pod today. A friend of the channel.
Yeah, friend of the show.
A friend of the brand. Just a dope guy. Here we have, Toby Kane. Toby Kane here.
Thank you for having me, sir. You have a fine establishment here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A nice, well-ran business podcast, and I'm very honored to. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Have a spot on
Thank you.
on the futon today.
Thank
This
you.
is
Yeah,
crazy.
No, I appreciate your kind
This is
words.
funny
Yeah,
as shit.
absolutely. So, here on the MIC podcast, we like to, go back, in time.
Yep.
And we like
Scale
to
back.
really, scale back. You know what I mean? Like scale back, you
Yeah.
know, and get to really know you, where you came from in
For
order,
sure.
help better tell the story
For
where
sure.
we're at today. So, let's just start from the beginning, okay? Because I've been looking at your Instagram. All
Okay,
right.
yeah,
All
right.
right. To get a little
Yeah.
backstory, okay?
Yeah.
So I saw something there that was, interesting. I want to start with. So
Yeah.
tell me about the time your father abandoned you.
Jesus Christ. We're just diving right in.
I tried to get the bit off. No. Yo, I thought that shit last night. The only thing I wrote down. I'm like, that is funny as hell. So like, just tell like the time, like when your father abandoned you, and we can just go from there.
Yo, that's
Yeah,
funny as
look
shit.
like a pivotal time in your life.
I wouldn't.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Yeah,
do that.
no,
this
we
is
don't
ain't
gotta
that- yeah, this ain't
unpack
that
all
episode.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
right.
ain't- This ain't that
Yo,
episode.
man, I love this. I mean, it's just bad funny because just because when you texted me last night, you're like, yo, like I got it. Guess I was like, okay, like, I'm probably gonna be interviewing Mike again. Yeah, I mean, but this is dope. Like,
Yeah, no,
I
I had to
mean,
surprise you. I had to
yeah,
surprise
no. This is awesome.
All
bro.
right, so I'm gonna be playing host for the first time in a
Absolutely.
very long
I'm
time. This is
super
fun.
excited.
I'm in this. So, no, but for real, you've been here for a year and a half now.
Facts.
That's been some time. Like, what's been your favorite part so far at Pittsburgh?
Man, the people, just like from like just the locals generally. Yeah, I mean, because like when I first moved out here, it just I don't know, like people like were just chill, like very nice. The city was like welcoming, like just people that you introduced me to, and just people I ended up just like kind of bumping into on my own, and I don't know, like I just kind of found, people from Pittsburgh just kind of have like this sense of humor that like I like a lot. You know what I mean? It's just like y'all are like very quick witted and like sarcastic, and like I kind of connected with that like sense of humor. So I really like that. And then the food, man. Y'all got some really good food.
What's some of your favorite spots? What's some go-to spots you got around here?
I mean, like it's not like nothing super crazy like Mad Mex, like their steak fajitas are crazy. Yeah. I mean, like it's not really like a Pittsburgh like staple there, but
you just like it in the area.
Yeah, I mean, like I've just like I can't even like. I mean, cause like a lot of the spots like I've really been to like with the, I mean, bro, I mean, just off recently the spot that we went to the other day for that meeting with the smoked wings.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Southern Tier.
Never been there before, but like that's
which I believe
point.
is Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
true,
like
true.
and just like to that point, bro. Like you can just accidentally bump into some good ass food around here, like just on accident. Like so, I mean, bro, like that part, and like bro, just
Dirty Bird's chicken, man.
How
Shout
could
out
I,
Dirty
bro?
Birds.
Dirty Bird's chicken, bro.
Yeah,
Like
Dirty Birds.
has made some of the best ones I've eaten in a while.
Yeah.
Like a very long time, but just from like I feel like my favorite part was just a personal growth standpoint. You know what I mean? Just like kind of just like seeing how since just the different person I was, after moving here, what I've learned, mistakes I made, what I mean, being able to grow from those, learn from those, and just really, just keep chugging at this, this thing of ours, man. Like I really felt like I didn't really, miss a beat when I moved here, you know what I mean? Because like I obviously went to school in Pennsylvania. I mean, so like I didn't know too many people in this city. Like I knew you and like just maybe some, other friends. Like met in school. But I would say like that's probably like my favorite part, man. Just the fact that the city pretty much welcomed me so openly, and just the growth, and doing what we got going on here.
So where are the vibes more at? Are we more of a Lawrenceville fan, or are we more of a North Shore fan?
Well, I'm impartial to Lawrenceville only because like that was like one like the first areas that like I really stepped out in when I moved out here. Like I
Okay, fair.
remember I went to go grab a bite with someone at Industry Public House. And like that was like just like one like the first spots I like just kind of ventured out just like to check it out. It was dope, man. Like they had this
Industry's nice, yeah.
it was like a peanut butter burger. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit,
yeah, and
okay.
like like it sounds like what the fuck, but that shit was fire. And like they got good whiskey, so and it's closer to me right now. Lawrenceville. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's
so,
not too far.
yeah,
Yeah,
so like I've definitely like driven through there like a bit more.
you're,
And
you're nicely centrally located.
yeah,
I think.
no, yeah,
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
But like the North Shore, the more I step out there, it's I'm like this place is dope, and like it's even further developing. Like I feel like when that Ferris wheel comes in that you were telling me about, that's gonna be that's gonna be crazy.
Well, I hate to break these bad news to you, but apparently that project got scaled back,
Oh shit!
and there's like certain things that aren't gonna be involved there. I don't know
Yeah.
if the wheel got taken away. I don't know what got taken away.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what
Right, yeah.
Where the
niggas
budget,
took the wheel right.
got cut off at.
Niggas took the wheel right off.
yeah,
cuz that's
yeah,
funny
yeah,
as shit.
Yeah,
Damn, man. I mean,
yeah. It's like a Cadillac in the hood. You know what I mean?
right.
Wheels are coming
Yeah,
right
right.
off. Yeah, right off.
Right the fuck
Right
off.
off.
No, that's funny as shit, man. That sucks to hear. I'm not too surprised
Yeah.
that it got scaled, but I mean, like something made
It's
it like
still
that.
a developing area. I mean,
Yeah,
it's still
yeah,
gonna be
for sure.
coming around a lot. So, you've been to Shorty's, right? Yeah, you were with Shorty's.
Yeah. Mhm.
What's this? Shorty's versus Coop. You know what I mean, how we
Shorty's,
what we fitting with there?
For anyone who doesn't know what Shorty's is, like, if you're not from the Pittsburgh area, it's like a kind of like a bowling, vibe. Like, you can get food. There's like, various vibes, within the spot. Coupe de Ville is like the same way. I think Coupe is smoking Shorty's. I don't
Okay.
think, yeah, like, and
And
maybe
what smokes it? What is it? What is it? What is it?
I don't know, cause like I was about to say, like maybe we just went on an off night, maybe I don't know. Like I'm not gonna say like the vibe was bad, but like I feel like whenever we go to Coop, just like off the random, it's just like the vibe is more consistent. Like you kind of just get what you came for, kind of like a majority of the time. But
That's
I've only
fair.
been to Shorty's once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I don't really know what the consistent vibe is there, but just off of experiencing Shorty's one time and Coop one time, I mean the food at Coop is crazy. The chicken sandwich, I mean, like those are
it's
nuts.
crazy, yeah.
I think I like the spacing more in Coop. I like just like the layout a little bit.
I would like to note that whenever we went to Shorty's last time, not to get into too much detail because
Yeah,
I'm a God loving man.
Absolutely.
When we walked in, the vibe was, the vibe was vibing.
Yeah, it was a lot of
Like,
vibes.
we walked in, I heard some angels singing and harps playing. And
Shit.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on
Some
right now?
sirens, right?
Then we came back and sat down, and I swear to God,
Niggas was in
we were in a different place.
niggas was in Home Depot.
Yeah, like what? Aisle 7. Like, what the fuck is
Niggas
going
was-
on right now?
Niggas was in IKEA, like
Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is going
yeah,
on?
and like that's like I'm saying,
But still, shout out to Shorty's and shout out to
like absolutely,
Coop
absolutely.
for being. I think the beginning of what's going to be a trend, not only here in Pittsburgh but across the country. I think people, our generation, they want more to do while we're drinking. We're
Yeah.
not the generation to fucking go to our local bar and sit there with the same
and
12
just
people
wallow and
every night. You know what I mean? We just
We're kinda
laugh,
spoiled
talk
in
about our
that sense.
wives
Yeah.
and all that. You know what I mean? No, like,
I want a drinking bowl. I want
Yeah,
to drink in
drinking Jenga.
VR. Is there a VR machine?
Drinking Jenga.
Yeah, right. Like we need some
Four
additives.
square.
All of it, bro. We
So
need
Connect
additives. But we need like a giant Connect Four, not
Yeah.
the regular size.
Not like the
Connect
regular
Four.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah, giant Connect 4.
Real
Yeah.
shit. Nah,
Yeah.
man, real shit. I mean, like, what's your opinion about between Lawrenceville and the North Shore? What you fucking with more?
I mean, I don't really be fucking with any places right now, but I mean, I again, I think that Coop and Shorty's is a good step in the right direction.
Facts.
I think if you have play money here in Pittsburgh, like you can definitely, catch a
Yeah,
vibe
for
what I mean,
sure.
here and there. I mean, if you're going to, Coupe de Ville or Shorty's, you're on a date, which we recommend you going to on a date,
Absolutely.
you're not walking out there with less than paying 150,
Mm,
right? For both of you.
mm.
If you're doing your job as a man and you're paying for that shit,
Hey, there's always
yeah.
a way to mitigate costs.
Did I do it again?
Yeah. Did I do it again? Fuck,
I can't believe I keep doing this.
I always do this.
My wallet. Oh my god.
My God. My blog.
You don't mind paying this time,
Yeah.
right?
And
Yeah.
then we can Venmo situation, right?
So you are spending money.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, doing that. So all right. I'm glad that we got a little differentiator there.
Yeah.
Because we ask guests, what's their favorite places to go to. You know what I mean,
Facts.
on here and we've got to see quite a few places here, and we're actually going to be at Lawrenceville Strip District later today.
Yep.
Doing a little open mic event.
There you go.
I mean, that we're excited to do, but and the Strip District is dope to even just like
Bro,
walk down.
I mean,
and,
bro, the strip. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just again, man. Like even just like kind of going back to when I first moved out here, because like I remember, it's not my first time in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? So like I remember back when I was filming that project for my class, and like like I came back and like I feel like again I was even spoiled in that sense because like I had you to like kind of walk me through like what the spots are, you know what I mean, and bro, even then I was like, bro, this city is like like this shit is fire, bro. Like I just remember having a great time. You know what I mean? So just kind of coming back out here, it this city, man, like I just feel like it's very underestimated to people who are on the outside of it, because like it just within got the Strip District, North Shore, you know what I mean, and, South Side has its problems, but like even when I visited back then, it was great. You know
Still,
what I mean? Like
still could go get a meal there.
yeah, like it was great,
A
man.
calm drink before 9 p.m.
Bro, so it's just like there's a lot of different vibes, different areas you can catch just within Pittsburgh that just all have its own,
Own vibe.
little
Everyone has its own vibe.
like its own little subculture, man. So like I just don't think people who maybe haven't passed through or like been here for a little bit, they really wouldn't think that of Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
Well, we're definitely gonna be looping back
For
to
sure.
that. But bringing up the Strip District, it leads me to a question that I
Yeah.
want to get to you. So we live, and it wasn't live.
Mhm.
We live on air.
Yeah.
Had you break your eating ritual?
Yeah, right.
Only
Yep.
being
Yep.
pescatarian, for years.
Yep.
Here with Dirty Birds,
Yep.
food, and how do you now being removed from that
Mhm.
now for months, year?
Shit. I mean, when was the episode with 30? I mean, yeah, it was.
Let's call it like 9 months, maybe. Probably that.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I would say earlier this year.
Yeah.
Now having gone through being a meat eater,
Yeah.
then not being a meat eater for all those years, and then
Facts.
transitioning back, man. How do you reflect on that now?
I think it was good that I was just kind of placed in a position to like kind of give myself a definitive timeline of like when I would stop doing the pescatarian thing, because like before it was a very loose timeline of like I was like, oh, I don't know when, what I mean, I'm gonna, or like how long I'm gonna like do this or whatever, but like
It was about as loose as a porn star.
yeah, nah, I mean it was,
I had to tighten that bitch up a little bit.
I always just kind of had in my head just kind of like, okay, like when I get to like a certain point, just like physically or something like that, you know what I mean, that was always just kind of like the working timeline for that, but I don't know, like I don't regret it at all, like I felt like it definitely helped me discipline me for sure, just like as far as like being able to, or like having to just like regimentally just be like, okay, only fish or like seafood shit. I think like it was helpful in that sense, but meat, like steaks are great. I definitely miss steaks, wings, bro. Wings I definitely miss. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just I'm thankful just for the fact that like I was able to do that and like commit to that for 4 years. I feel like it's not many people can just like cut off meat just for like 4 years and just like kind of keep going. So like I'm glad it happened. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I'll ever really go back. But I'm chilling, man. Like I know like a lot of people thought like I was gonna fucking disintegrate after eating a chicken wing after 4 years. You know what I mean? Like my stomach
I
and
don't know
shit.
who
But
thought that.
yeah, nah, like just cause like people were just like, yo, like my stomach was just like,
Yeah,
but
I'm like,
I think I might have ramped up my habits. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
I was just like, I probably could do like 10 or 15 more jumping jacks.
I hear
after
someone
that
say,
chicken.
"Thank God," when
Yeah,
the first piece of chicken slid
you
down.
feel me?
Like,
So
holy shit!
yeah, man. But,
First protein in 4 years. Jesus
bro,
Christ.
So yeah, it was it was what it was. But I'm chilling right now. Back to I ate a steak last night for dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
what's been your favorite bar wings that you've had since transitioning?
I mean, bro, Dirty Birds. I mean, that's
I said bar. That's why I specifically said bar because Dirty Bird is
bar.
is
Okay,
it's
fair.
tough,
I was about to say like
yeah,
a
she could sell those
bar.
anywhere. Was it that Southern Tier?
I mean, bro, those smokings were fire. I mean, shit. Buffalo Wild Wings, man, it's always gonna give you like a good.
It is
a good
underrated.
reference. Yeah,
Buffalo
man.
Wild Wings is definitely.
I really,
you have still yet to have Quaker Steak and Lube, right?
Yeah, no.
To educate the crowd, man. Quaker Steak and Lube. I don't know how large of a reach they have. I don't know every state, city that they're located, but they do have them here in Pittsburgh, and they have this sauce called Louisiana Liquor Sauce, which is one of their signature sauces. I'm telling you,
that sounds good.
there's no comp. There's no comp. Like there's nothing. It doesn't. It's just not like it's just simple.
Yeah.
Like it's disturbing how much of a difference it's like that to like what's second. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
right.
And it's like what's second. We can talk about all millennium.
Facts.
You know what I mean? What's the second best fucking wing flavor?
Yeah,
nigga?
but that top spot.
That Louisiana liquor is stupid. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna need to get my hands on
Yeah,
a bottle of
nah,
that bitch.
get me hip.
and because that
Get me
shit.
hip to that.
Yeah, that'd be a nice little coronation. Back to the size of meats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we love our meat over here.
Yeah. Oh shit, man! Shout out to the carnivores.
You watched. I don't want to get too deep into it.
Mhm.
I just want to kind of like just talk about the culture of it.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite top 3 superhero movies that you watched this year, or I should say projects too, and
Yeah.
I'll combine Star Wars within that. You know what I mean? Like, what's been the top 3 just hero projects that you watched this year? Could be TV show too.
Obi-Wan gets my top spot this year.
Okay.
I think that Obi-Wan, and I want to thank you for bringing me on the Star Wars train, because again, the
Welcome.
way that you explained that the entirety of that universe, man, it just made it click. And like again,
Keyword universe.
yeah,
You know.
facts. and because you explained it from the perspective of Anakin, and that kind of condensed everything for me, because prior to that, I'm not gonna say like I didn't like it, but I just never gravitated towards Star Wars just because it just seemed so vast, and like I just didn't know what. And then like you kind of had Star Trek in the mix.
It almost seemed too Star Trek-y.
Yeah,
Whereas there's been recasts and different versions of characters and all that, but nah, it was one cohesive line.
When
I just had to connect the dots for you.
Literally, bro. So when you explained it, so it just kind of clicked for me. Like, yo, why would I not be like that? Sounds like something that's like I would be a lifelong fan of.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like once I started tapping into the content, Obi-Wan, like, cause like I was still early in my journey, but Obi-Wan had come out when I was starting to get into this.
Sir, into the mic, please.
Oh yeah, it's just I'm
thank you,
wilding.
sir.
I'm professional. Yeah, wilding. But
I had to get my guests in order.
yeah, had to straighten me up a little bit. But when I was tapping into the content early, Obi-Wan had dropped, and I'm taking a break from like just like catching up on just like the general shit, and I'm watching Obi-Wan, and again, this is with all the context. I think that had one of the the more impactful scenes. Just not to spoil it for anybody, but there's a moment
absolutely
that's just
absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, man, just like from an acting standpoint, from a plot I mean, my God, I like that shit was just it was great. So Obi-Wan definitely got that spot.
Well, this number 2 is gonna be tough.
Yeah, I mean, after that, man, it really just kind of trails off.
We got Spider-Man No Way Home in that conversation.
I mean, great movie for what it was. I just think that Me
We have
personally,
Thor: Love and Thunder.
oh my god,
I know. I'm
see,
just.
but this,
We
yeah,
have the
no,
well.
right.
Is number 2 the Batman for you?
Uh, great movie, great movie. We could, I guess we could kind of put it there for now. I guess
Doctor Strange,
it's definitely not better. No, so Doctor Strange is definitely not better than the Batman.
Moon
Definitely
Knight.
not. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so Batman's out of here. Moon Knight is
Okay,
definitely number
Moon Knight's
two for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Great. I mean, bro, again, great series. I think it was that's probably the shining light in this phase currently for Marvel. That show was phenomenal.
Okay.
So that's definitely
I
two.
think Shang-Chi came out this year.
Shang-Chi was good. It didn't really,
So is
impact
Batman
me
3?
that what. Yeah, Batman is kind of. I'm kind of dancing between, and I don't know, man. I'm not gonna. I might ruffle some feathers, but like Black Adam, man, and just from the standpoint of, I like. It just really seems that DC has consciously made an effort to, just correct their mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
correct their long-standing mistakes, and
That's your fan pick.
yeah, that's my fan pick, and
Yeah.
like it's just like something sentimental to me, just after the years of trauma.
Yes, absolutely. But even
Yeah.
think of like that balance. You know what I mean, that you just displayed. You know what I mean, the number 1 Obi-Wan. 2 Moon Knight. So Obi-Wan we got Star Wars. Moon
Yeah,
Knight we got
right.
Marvel. 3 the Batman DC.
Right.
You know what I mean? How many years has it been since we were able to put 3 separate? In that top 3.
It's been a while, man.
How long was it? Was Marvel 1, 2, and 3?
Facts, and like
Yeah.
and again, man, it's just because, bro, again, just the our conversation last night, bro. Shout out to the niggas that are willing to give content
Mm-hmm.
and at a high level.
Yeah.
Like I think that like just as a fan, as a consumer, man, like I just want to thank people that are just willing to give consistent, because it's not easy.
No.
Not easy.
Absolutely
Just
not.
I was just like we keeping the pod together,
Mm-hmm.
and just from what you do as an artist, and just like content, man, at a high level consistently, man. I gotta respect that as someone who consumes it, and I gotta tip my hat, because like if you're willing to do that, what I mean, it just means that you care,
Yeah.
which is all I want as a just
Yeah.
like showing like you care. Again, Obi-Wan was that was a series. It was maybe what, like 8 episodes long, 7 8 episodes long. Was it 10?
I'm leaning towards 8.
8.
Yeah.
They could have just been like, okay, yeah, here's an Obi-Wan show.
Without Vader, we're doing whatever. Yeah.
Bro, they shot that show like a movie.
Yeah.
Each episode, like
Yeah.
much like a Game of Thrones type of
Yeah.
pacing, and bro, but they didn't have to. Bro, they got the original actor. Like they got them all back. They didn't have to do all that, bro. And it's just like like I just gotta thank and respect that. You feel me? So yeah, man. Like those are probably like my top 3.
Well, so I'm glad that you said that, because
Yeah.
you lead me into this next spot. So that's how you were feeling as a consumer.
Yeah.
This year of content.
Facts.
Let's flip it to the other side. I mean, as a content creator,
Mm-hmm.
what have you learned about being this consistent for this long, and the release of your content?
Number 1, this shit is not as easy as you think. It's also not as hard as you think as well.
Both ways to the highest extremes.
Yeah. I think that when most people started a podcast, including myself, and like I'm not even sure if most people know this, but like even before I moved here, I was just like doing like a little podcast with my homie back home, and it was really just me with the laptop. I fucking bought like a little pod Turtle Beach mic, and we just kind of get together on when we could and record shit. And like I think we made it like five episodes before I moved fucking states. You know what I mean? But that, like, I don't even really like that was kind of like me dipping my toes in the water, but coming here, man, and just finding a place to record, making sure that the audio gets picked up, making sure that the video is recording, making sure that like the guest is comfortable, and just even because initially you were editing the pod and the audio, you know what I mean. You then taught me how to edit the pod. I took over editing the pod, and then even that, You know what I mean? And like I couldn't even imagine like how you were even getting through having a job and doing all the and like. So it's just like those elements definitely those were definitely learned elements. You know what I mean? Like when it came to creating that stuff, but it, it really does never really feel like work. To that point, like I really don't mind having to, or like not even having to, but getting to, you know what I mean, do a pod every week. You know what I mean? And like, getting to fine tune my skills in editing or like, it's I think
That get to is a powerful
no, bro,
powerful term. The
absolutely,
fact that
man,
you
cause
get to be able to do
absolutely,
that, you
cause
know, is
not
a blessing in
everyone
itself. Not everyone. Most people don't have the opportunity to even be able to do that.
the opportunity, the infrastructure to,
Mm-hmm.
be able to get that off. And you definitely see, especially nowadays, man, like everyone and their mom has a podcast, man. I like I've even seen people just like like years back, just like start a pod, and after episode 6 7, like you don't hear from it, any. So it's really just the consistency, like your willingness to show up every day and do what pretty much needs to be done, as far as because people just think that, like, again, like, and like not to say that like there's not room for learning, or like I'm not saying like your first pod got to be perfect, and you know what I mean, but it's just okay, episode 1, like, how is the level of consistency going to be the same from episode 1 to episode 10, from 10 to 15, from 15 to 20? Like, are you willing to bump your head, burn your hand on this? I mean, bro, again, and shout out to Jeff Fieldhouse, man. I'm sorry, brother. I love you, bro. The man came in, and you know what I mean? Like, he didn't had a great episode, bro, but the video wasn't recording, bro. I'm like, bro, like I have to fucking sit there and be like, dog, bro, we just had a great ass conversation, man, but none of that shit was on video, bro. And it's just like, fucking, bro. I look at it quick, thought like, yo,
Yeah, what was that feeling like? Because
do
I
you
heard what that feeling was like.
yeah, yeah.
Because
Bro,
you know,
for
again, like he
real?
says, I process all the audio and I engineer all the audio for the
Yeah.
podcast, and I was blessed, and like you said, I got the chance to hear that live happen. So what was that like from your perspective, man?
Bro, it was, bro, like my fucking heart fell to my stomach. I'm just like, fuck, bro. Like, and then like my first initial thought were just like, yo, like, is it crazy to ask him to run it back? Like, I'm just like, I'm not gonna fucking ask him to do that, man. But like, it just sucked, man, because like I just like, I had to eat that, man, and like, it just sucks, man. So like, you just got to be willing to, just kind of bump your head and like, kind of have those moments. But I mean, just even shout out to you, man, just for, being a good friend, you know what I mean, mentoring, like things like that, just because like you're like, yo, man, like, obviously, like, it, and I was being myself up about you, like, pretty bad, you know what I mean, but like you're just like, yo, man, you know what I mean, it happens, you know what I mean, just learn from it, you know what I mean, and just like focus on the next episode, you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
that was definitely a lesson that I took on. Again, man, it's never going to be perfect, but like you just got to keep learn and keep going, you know what I mean. So bro, just aspects like that, man, you just got to be willing to show up, um and just be consistent, man. Just be consistent, and it's and it won't be hard if you actually fuck with it,
hmm
you know. So
And what's it like going through a job while having to do that? Was it?
yeah.
I'd say what is it within you? Because I want to give you the credit of an individual who, since being here, while MIC has been fantastic.
Yeah, for
You know what I
sure.
mean? Since the minute that you step foot here, and you have been taking care of yourself.
Mhm.
It's just, um, but you've been hit with massive obstacles
Yeah.
as you're going to whenever you move from one state to a state and city where you've never lived in.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? You've lived in the state, but not the city.
Yeah.
Like, what is it within you to make you still continue to see that ultimate goal and realizing that whatever's just going on right now is just going on right now. This
Yeah.
isn't something that's going to last forever.
Nah, man. I think that's a great question. I feel like it's not only me. Definitely God got has to play a part in that. But I mean, bro, it's really just having a good people around you, good support system around you. Thankfully, again, you have been just an incredible source of just inspiration and knowledge and just support, really. So and I feel like it's because you were so steadfast and just planted in what we were going to accomplish that I didn't really need to need to think too much, to be honest. Like it was really just like, all right, like I can host and like do what I can and like do it what I need to do, but I really didn't like the moment I moved here, I was already 10 toes deep in that. All I need to know, like, all right, I just need to find a place and obviously just get a source of income. But other than that, like, I know what I'm here to do.
What do you say to someone that they know the opportunity that's in front of them, but they don't get 10 toes underneath that?
Um, you gotta ask yourself why you wouldn't, and it's
Like, what would you? Let me ask this in a
yeah,
very unique way.
mhm,
You know what I mean? What would you have said now if you could have went back in time
yeah.
to whenever you were sitting here, that week and you came and visited, to say to him to definitively make him come
So
to quell all that worry?
really, bro, it was something like I really asked myself then. It was just like, why not?
Mhm.
Why not? And it's just like that question is like super important just because like it just kind of makes you just like lock in on like whatever you think is holding you back, and that's what it is. Like, why not move to Pittsburgh? Because I mean it's too far. All right, it's about 3 hours away. You know what I mean? You were in Colorado. That's a plane ride. You know what I mean? It's not. You can go back home. It's like, yeah, but like I gotta find a job. It's like, all right. You know what I mean? Just
I gotta find a job here either.
find a
I
job.
gotta
Yeah, I
find a
mean,
job.
it's like,
Period.
yeah, but yeah, it's just I don't. And then it's just like I just kind of like why not? It's just like and like I just kept asking myself that, and like that's just kind of when I kept answering each question when I was like, why not? Well, I can't because of this. It's just like, well, all you gotta do is that, and it's just like, okay, well, yeah, that makes sense, but like what about this? It's just like, well, what about that? You know what I mean? It's just like what is I mean? Like what is stopping you? It's just like and then it's like once you ask yourself why not, you then kind of realize like, well, that's not really an obstacle for me to do something. Like I'm a able human being, you know what I mean? Like I have all my senses, you know what I mean? Like I'm blessed enough to, you know what I mean, have people who won't let me be homeless if it comes to that, but like I doubt it will, you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna do everything I can myself to make sure I'm not out here bugging out. I have someone who's building something and like also looking out for me, and that was a huge thing too. It's like when I came out here for that week prior to moving out here, um, you were just like talking about plans and structures in place like you had for me within all this, and I'm just like, that makes like a lot. Like he's like considering me and like in this whole, I'm like it's kind of, and then like it makes sense. It made too much sense. I'm just saying like again, why not? Why not? Like it just
Well,
and
let me cut in just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
real quick. I a few months ago, a little bit longer than that. I got minutely upset with you
Mm-hmm.
because we were having a conversation with Nathan and me and you, and I asked you. I said, "Do you feel like you can interview anybody?"
Yeah.
And at the time, you said no.
Mm-hmm.
Do you change that answer now, having now being on your was this 65?
Yeah. I said no at the time just because like I truly felt that like just like my skill set at the time, but it's like I just didn't feel like I could. Like if you at the time gave me like, yo, I'm fucking Dave Chappelle about to come in tomorrow, I'm gonna be like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Genuinely,
But you would have done it.
I would have done it.
You would have done it.
I would have done it. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I would have done it. I've now I feel like I'm just kind of I'm in like a rhythm of just just
Do you
being
get
able
do
to
you get the because I think that's important what you just said. I would have
Mhm.
done it.
Mm-hmm.
I would have done it.
Mm-hmm.
So go into that.
Mm-hmm.
The importance of I would have done it.
I would have done it. I mean, just because like it's
Because how many people wouldn't have? How many people
talk to Dave
all
right?
the time? Even just I
Just-
wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't have done it.
Mhm.
They would have canceled. They would have ran. They would have hid.
Mhm.
From the opportunity ahead of them, just because it looks a certain way. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Whenever it's in front of you, but then whenever you get closer, you realize it's an optical illusion.
Hmm.
That
Mm.
structure was not as big as you thought.
And bro, that I think you hit the nail on the head. I think at that point, it definitely could have been, fear talking, self doubt, whatever. But also at that point, I had or just already done things that were in that kind of like a talking to Dave Chappelle, just like moving to Colorado, like just like moving to Colorado just cause like I just
Yeah.
wanted to get out, like you know what I mean, and just like I feel like if you told me like yo Dave Chappelle come tomorrow, like I'm just like what the fuck, like and I would have just prepared, and just kind
Mhm.
of gone in, but like
Yeah.
obviously my heart would have been beating out my chest, you know what I mean, but
Absolutely. Yeah. As it should.
you navigate that. I mean, like, what's gonna prepare you for that?
Yeah. Because
And like, yeah,
I try to preach that to everybody where it's just like you think that it's so large, you think this thing is
yeah,
just so large,
yeah.
and then you just got to be willing to get in the ring.
That and
And Artie, loved it like a moment. Shout out to
yeah,
Artie.
yeah,
We had
for sure.
his episode's gonna be coming out the one prior to this one, and but he loves a moment that like I had whenever I first met Bees and all them, and Trey Tipton and all them, and
Hell yeah.
sitting in the room, and I told him I was like, because they were talking about having shows coming up. I said I want respectfully, I want to be on this next show.
Mm-hmm.
They had no clue who the fuck I was,
Mm-hmm.
and I said I just want the opportunity to compete.
Hmm.
That's all I want.
Right.
That's all I want
Right.
is just the opportunity to compete.
Right.
So I think, just within our lives, no matter what kind of objective that we're trying to achieve, just have the care to have the opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to compete. And if you lose and you really care about that thing, trust me, you're going to dust off.
Yeah.
You're going to fix the mistakes that you made prior.
Mhm.
You're going to keep going because you didn't stop. I don't know if I would have allowed you to,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you didn't stop.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So how let's even I guess kind of tie that in
Yeah.
is how do people go about sitting down and saying this person has the answers and I just need to sit and listen to these answers,
Mhm.
opposed to someone coming in the mindset I have all the answers, I know everything I need to fucking know, and they're just a rookie in what they're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? What do you say to somebody that has that mentality where it's just like I don't need somebody with answers. I don't need anybody to guide me. I don't need. I know everything. Myself. Like, what do you say to someone to help them understand that like we all need that?
So like I kind of want to hit 2 points that you just said. You said I want to hit the optical illusion. Like I feel like that is really poignant and just apt. I feel like once you're in the thing and doing it, you just kind of just like it's not as daunting of a task. You feel me? And then like I also heard one of the creators or writers of Rick and Morty. He said like, yo, like when he's writing, he just like you just prove that I suck at writing. Prove that you suck.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, and then just like obviously like you can scale it from there, but just prove that you suck.
Yeah.
Prove that you can't interview nobody. Like like prove that you can't make a crazy ass album. Prove that like just prove that you can't do it. You know what I mean? So like I like that just mindset approach to it, proving that you suck, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Just like you said, just get in the ring and do it. But like as far as like to your point, as everyone that's had all the answers, like what I would say to them, there are various points in my life where I thought I had all the answers, bro. Like, bro, talk to 18-year-old Toby, talk to fucking 21, 22, like, bro, like various points. And it's just like you really just kind of have to sit or be humbled, just in whatever way that happens for you. You know what I mean? It's you will never stop learning until the day that you die. Literally, man. Like I don't give a fuck if you are Albert Einstein. You know what I mean? Like it's just you can learn something from like a child. You know what I mean? Just like as far as just like just maybe not caring about something too much. It's like just because like kids just have like such like a innocence, and it's just like so untapped, and it's just like damn, like like you can learn something from anybody. I don't give a fuck. So it's just kind of like I feel like people have a especially like men too. I think like we're just really equipped with pride and ego out the gate. Like those are like the only two tools that were really given in life. Like you have to don't let no one fuck with you and prove why they shouldn't fuck with you. You know what I mean? Just like those two things, and it's just like if you're there's nothing wrong or like there's nothing that would hurt your pride or ego, like just learning from someone who has a better perspective on things, who's has more experience on things. Like there's nothing wrong with that. And like I feel like people kind of feel like they're taking like a lesser seat or just like or like perceive this like a lesser if they don't know something. And I have like for the most part like I really don't have any qualms about something. Like I don't know like that, and like I don't think it like it like because I feel like if people feel like they don't know something, it is almost like a mirror of the like oh like it's almost like a mirror of them.
Well, I just you speaking made me think of a quote.
Yeah.
I mean, like just off the top of my head. I mean, would you rather be the driver of a Kia or the passenger of a Lamborghini?
And I've been the passenger in a Kia before.
And I've been I've been in the backseat.
Yeah,
I may have been in the trunk of a Kia.
Word up. Like
Very
I've never even had the privilege of driving a Kia. Like I've been the passenger of a Kia. You feel me? And it's just like, like I don't really there is nothing wrong with again learning
Being the passenger in a Lamborghini.
Dead ass. You feel
Nothing
me?
wrong.
Like nothing wrong at all. Cause like how many people even get to be in a Lamborghini?
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's just like, you really just kind of got to sit with yourself and just be like, yo, like you know what you know, which is great. You know what you know. You feel me? But it's not everything. It's definitely not everything.
We also know that you don't know everything.
Exactly. You know
It's
what I
one
mean?
of the things that you do know.
The only things I do know 100% for real,
Yeah.
like So and I'm even more blessed to have that person just be my friend, be someone who is who wants the best for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like you kind of have all those, and it's just like damn, like you don't even look at it as like oh, like why do I gotta listen to this person? Or, like I think I know. Like you just kind of move into gratitude and just be like yo, I'm blessed to even have this. Because a lot of people are searching for this type of person, like trying to search for this, like, wealth of knowledge. I'm just blessed to be able to, like, be able to FaceTime this nigga, or, like, be able to, like, yo, boom, I'm going through this, bro. Like, what do I do? Or, like, yo, Shawty's bugging out. Like, like, what do I, I mean? Just various things, man. You know, like, just even removed from this. You know what I mean? Like, before anything else, like, this man is my friend. He's my brother. You feel me? So it's like I'm blessed to be able to, again, just have that, knowledge source and someone who is navigating life and just kind of making things shaking, and who I can just go to be able to be like, yo, man, how do I go about this? Or like, yo, what do you think of me doing this or me not doing this? Or again, man, I'm it's a blessing for real. You know what I mean? So like, I would just say, just kind of humble yourself as far as like just letting yourself know like you don't know everything, and that's not an indictment on you. That's not an indictment on what you can or can't do. You just don't know everything. You know what I mean? And like you're definitely gonna want someone who in the moments of like you realize like you don't know something, that's not gonna chastise or belittle you or use that as a moment to show you how you're not
To demean you, like
to demean
push you down.
You know what I mean? Because that's not what it's about. It's not about proving that like oh like I know.
Of course
this
you fucked up on the podcast. You fucking
type
suck at
shit.
podcasting.
You know what I mean? And like
Can't
it
believe
could
I even have you doing this,
bro. And it's
some
like
niggas are.
it could be,
sometimes.
and it could very easily be someone who's in that position that could take that route. You know what I mean? So again, like I'm just blessed to like be able to be friends with you and know you and just have that source, man. So yeah, just humble yourself and just make sure that people that you're gaining knowledge from have your interest at heart. And yeah, just keep it rocking, man. Like
So, with all that being said, you're an extreme, fan of music.
Yeah.
In general, not just hip hop and rap.
Mhm.
And having watched me now create 2 projects, what have you
2.
learned about the music making process that you didn't know, prior?
Man, it's
Or you could also answer it in a way that's just, what do you think that people, the common listener, doesn't appreciate enough about, what the artist does behind the scenes?
it's damn near too many to count. I mean, bro, again, it just goes back to, man, again, shout out to the niggas that are willing, are willing to, that care about the content, that care. I feel like just even like being behind the scenes, like you like if the content is crazy, your ability to songwrite is crazy, mix, I mean, the technical stuff is all there. It's all very very sound. It's your care that you put into each song lyric. It means something. You know what I mean? It means something. Like I just really resonate and respect with that fact. Like as long as you care about what you're making or creating, it's gonna be of a genuine energy.
Mm.
And if that's the case, man, then who gives a fuck about what people think? Like if you are getting something out there that's true to yourself and it's to the best of your ability, then I feel like you're hitting all the notes, man. So I mean, just like as far as like the technicals of like making music, like it's I don't know, like it just from like what I've seen, just like with behind the scenes, and I will I will say this: ad libs are funny as fuck to just even do or watch or be a part of.
Yeah.
That is
Sorry to
like,
anybody that hasn't had an ad lib experience before. Yeah.
I will say that, but I mean, it really, man, it's just me sitting back, just kind of in awe of just the talent being displayed. Honestly, I mean, that's just really what it comes down to. I mean, like it's just the ability to take thoughts as far as lyrics and sound, construct them, present them to a T, visually, just like the videos that I mean, bro, you shot hit on an iPhone.
Yeah.
Y'all, I mean, bro, it's really not like there's too much shit out here, bro, for like you did all that with an iPhone. Like, bro, come on. Like there's really no like the barriers are becoming less and less as far as like what you need to be able to create, bro.
Absolutely.
So like I feel like that's something I've learned. It's really just me sitting back and just being like, damn, like this motherfucker can really play the guitar. This motherfucker can really rap. This motherfucker can really do X, Y, and Z. And it's just being dope, sitting there and just being like, damn, like, So I feel like I've just gained a bit more appreciation for just the music making process, and then like it's also just like kind of I feel like I've got this off of you, and like I think that just like helped me as a consumer. Like when people, I'm just like kind of more in tune, just like with people's lyrics, like when they mention something or like are just like going off or I was in Paris and I was sucking on this bitch's like tit. I'm just like, is that true? Yeah. Is that true at some point in your life? Yeah. You know what I mean? Because again, I am with the artist who every lyric I've either seen or heard about, literally. Yeah. And it's just like that, like it's real. That's like it just goes back to, and then bro, just as far as rap goes, bro, like shot this nigga, killed this. I'm just like, okay, 95% of y'all are lying.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Why?
Yeah, there's no need.
Like, and you already got the face tattoo, so you're kinda you kinda have to keep on lying. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just like, damn, like it would have been way easier to just make, if you want to rap, you can rap, but it's like make a song that's like true to you. Never shot a gun, but been around them, Had, never really lost too many people, but like I've heard of, but like again, people just don't think that like that's gonna gravitate to, or like that's like gonna catch, because they're trying to get on tomorrow, or like the next day, if not tomorrow. Like like they're just like they're trying to catch, and like I feel like what you were doing and what you have done, like you probably have just organic fans that you probably don't even know about, type shit, or are gaining every day.
Yeah, for sure.
But and it's just like people don't want to do that slow. I mean, bro, you have been in the industry for since like what 18, right? Just like at like a manager level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like I don't think people
8
really
years.
I don't think people really consider just how long it takes in your life to really experience the traction of like success or something. Yeah. People are always just trying to get it the next day, the next hour. And it's not to say like, we're not guilty of that. Like I'm sure we would love 1 million views, streams on everything tomorrow. We're not removing that fact, but just be genuine. Create something genuine, because if you create something genuine to yourself or to whatever audience like you're creating for, they're gonna resonate with that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, rather than just like all like the fake and not even fake, but it's like kind of like the trendy. Because like, bro, again, all the niggas like that were SoundCloud rappers getting face tats in 2016, 6 years later, how many of them are even still? And you got to keep the face tats.
Yeah.
And you got to keep those. Like, you feel me? So it's just like, I think like that's the biggest thing I've learned is that like it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, but it's also coupled with the fact that like, damn, like there's people really out here caring about and displaying talent that is just just kind of made me say about like, damn, like this shit is just dope to even be around, be a part of, man. So that's probably like the biggest thing.
And I think you've also been seeing like the the levels.
It's levels, man, for sure. It's definitely levels
to different
man,
things
for sure.
Here, who's been some like other artists that you've interviewed that you've listened to a song of theirs and you or just been around? Can I even maybe just get the ball rolling a little bit? I performed recently with an artist from Ohio. His name's Tane.
Yeah.
And before the performance, a couple days before, we each played a song or two that we were potentially going to be performing the next night.
Yep.
And then we also played a song that was unreleased that was soon to come. And he played a song that he says it's titled DWTD. Stands for Dancing with the Devil.
That's fire.
And it's all intents and purposes, a country song, made by a hip hop rock leaning artist, and when I heard that song, I mean, I listened. Like, he released that tape probably like a week ago. And, like, I've been listening to that song.
Shout out to Tane, that's dope.
Yeah. Ever since, is there a song that you've have listened to,
bro? So I mean, definitely shout out to Tane. I've only seen him honestly because like I didn't even know that like he dropped that project last week. So I've only seen him perform, or heard him perform "Dancing with the Devil," which is like you said, man, a beautiful song, man. But off the top of my head, bro, I was just bumping this shit earlier, man. Shout out to Clara fucking Kent, man. That loner type,
yeah.
That loner type is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that's been in my rotation heavy, bro. Shit. I mean, I definitely like make it a point to let's like tap into just like some of the artists' music like like before they come into like I don't want to say favorite just because like I don't want to I think JKJ is someone who is just like a very like a Pittsburgh essence type of artist, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And like I feel like you kind of get that essence from.
And I've pulled that more and more. You know what I mean?
For sure,
like that's a Pittsburgh sound.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That he creates
Absolutely.
for sure.
And so like
whereas don't ever compare me to a Pittsburgh sound. Like I just don't have that sound on my own.
No. And it's like
thing,
that's just
you know
like
what I mean?
not
So
what you create. Yeah.
don't care to be, and I don't deserve to be the face of a Pittsburgh sound because I'm just never gonna have that.
Yeah,
I would love to be the face of the hip hop industry here in Pittsburgh, but for sure not the sound. And I would even like to go back and learn a little bit of that sound and the technique of how that sound's created to maybe even like play around because I got like for instance like Drake didn't have a Toronto sound,
right?
You know what I mean? Coming out, Drake was Drake, and then later in his career, he then saw some of the other Toronto artists and started to emulate a little bit.
Yep, for sure. So obviously, we just recently had a Sierra Sellers on, and "Honey" is a great song.
Honey,
Yeah, man, I do love the vibe of that song,
work
man.
it
So
all out on me.
no, that shit
Shout out, we'll be seeing her later.
is I mean, bro, and then even Cam Chambers, like we saw him perform live, just off like a random like we were going out to celebrate.
Me and that nigga gotta speak because I'm guilty. I should say I used to be guilty of it. I don't do this shit no more. At least I try not to. Early in my artist career, we get excited, we get hyped up whenever we have a song created. We're like, yeah, project out next week.
Yeah,
the project ain't coming out till next millennium.
Mm-hmm.
So we were sitting here and we were listening to some of the songs, and I'm an artist, so I remember shit whenever I hear it and it perks my ear up. And he played a song was like, "When it was raised by the pew."
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. I remember.
When I heard that shit, I was like, that needs to be out now.
Yeah, that's what I be saying, bro.
Supposed to get it out. So I've been checking for that, and that's not out yet. And
that's what I'm saying. And
supposed to be out a little while ago.
Yeah, we on your neck, brother.
I would like to hear that.
We need that content, but nah, bro,
it's
just
a good song.
Bro.
And I need these other artists in the city to like push me and inspire me. You know what I mean? To like even I'm gonna verbalize it tonight. You know what I mean? Like shout out to Sierra Sellers for after again what I take as the owner mostly from this podcast is the conversations I get to have with the individuals afterwards.
Absolutely.
On a more in depth level that we're not gonna put here on camera. And she respectfully challenged me to start going to these open mic events.
Yeah, for sure.
Displaying my other forms of art and testing my theory. Can I garner the same amount of attention and control whenever I'm not doing hit, whenever I'm not doing drunk, whenever I'm not doing go. You know what I mean? And I'm performing these other songs and like I need to be inspired too.
Yeah, bro, absolutely.
Like I need, I need pushed like that.
Absolutely.
As we all do, and I as an individual, and I'm trying to push everybody, simultaneously to like let's level up, our level of art, and more importantly, as you all are gonna see coming up soon, your level of marketing. The way that you get that project out.
Yeah.
We're I was a first-hand example. Now the podcast is a second-hand example where we know the value of the podcast. We know what it looks like. We know how we done. And we just haven't marketed it yet. Yeah. And we're going to be taking the time, soon to, go back and, get that out. And it's going to be crazy the difference it makes. You know what I mean? Whenever you have to put some effort, you either have to exchange time for marketing or you got to exchange finance. Ideally, you would love to be able to exchange finance because I can sit on my ass or do something else while this thing's working for me, But unfortunately, we're in a position right now where we have a little finance to, fully pump into it. So we got to exchange it for time.
For sure.
And I did it once with Drunk. We saw what happened with that.
Yeah.
We did it a little bit with Hit. Just hit $20,000. $20,000. 20,000 streams.
Hell yeah, right.
Just on Spotify. It doesn't stop with the release. You know what I mean? Especially here in Pittsburgh. And I urge all artists and all content creators here in Pittsburgh to not only worry about the quality of the content that you are putting out, but you have to understand that just because 10 people listen to it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means you haven't marketed it yet. That's all it is. There are bad things that are bad.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how much you market it, they will never get.
So
it doesn't matter.
How does a content creator like kind of clarify the line between like this is bad content and only 10 people have seen it?
You have to have someone in the industry like I am now, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'm in a position now where I can listen to a song of anybody of any level, and I'll tell you if that's a good song or not.
Agreed, yeah.
I'll tell you if that song has any potential of doing anything.
I feel that, yeah.
If it's ass, it's ass. I'm going to tell you that it's ass, and it just needs to be just deleted. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not released, But if it's a good song, which I've heard, plenty of good to great songs, you know what I mean, here in Pittsburgh, you have to do something with that. It doesn't, unfortunately, we're Pittsburgh. The industry isn't built yet, which I'm trying to create. I'm trying to create that pipeline where all you need to do and all you should need to do is just create the great content, and then the pipeline will make sure that the masses see it. Unfortunately, we're just not in that position yet. Yeah. So again, it doesn't stop whenever you release that song. You need to. It doesn't matter if you released that song 10 years ago. There's gonna be right now. TikTok's the newest, hottest thing. There's going to be something else, and something else, and something else. And YouTube's going to evolve. Twitter just got bought by Elon. It's changing already.
For sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, these apps that already exist are going to be changing or disappearing, and new ones are going to be coming in development and coming to prominence, And you need to figure out what you can do within, those tools that you're given.
Sure. Yeah.
And, we just personally have been in a position where we've released such high quality content and a lot of it in this year. You know what I mean? If you combine the music with the t-shirts, with the podcast, you know what I mean? Like,
I forgot about the t-shirts.
Right?
Crazy,
you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of content in 1 year. You know what I mean? So now it's time to make sure that content gets recognition.
Sure.
And I'm almost, of the side where get it out now and suck up those 10 fucking streams.
Yeah,
right. Again, I'm extremely transparent, I have a song right now that's at 1,050,000 streams, And I just released a project the other day. One of the songs has like 50 streams. Like, because I haven't marketed it yet. Because I haven't marketed. And but I know those are true, genuine fans that were like excited.
It just goes back to your point, man. Like, it's not indicative of the quality.
No.
Because, bro, again, you have my favorite projects, you know, some of my favorite projects this year. Like, and like, you know, we were even talking about this, like, you know, casually, like, you know, off camera type shit. But, and, you know, call me biased if you want to, bro. But I mean, this year, you could probably just feel it as a fan of rapper, whatever, bro. Like, Drake just dropped, you know, like, obviously, like, that's dope, you know, great project. But it's just like, I feel like as rap fans, hip hop fans, man, there's just kind of been like a void, and like we've kind of been going in and out of that void pretty much. I'm gonna say since years
2016.
You know what?
Now since 2016, we've been in the void for like 3 years now.
I was gonna say,
bro, we haven't poked our heads out
since like mid 2019
before
to now.
COVID. No, it was bad.
Yeah, so like, you know, mid 2019, maybe even the whole of 2019. You know what I mean? All the way up to now, man. And there's been a void of just, again, man, people that care about their content. Like, yo, if you care about the content and you're putting out high quality, this is not a message for you at all.
No.
But this is just for like the people that just are kind of going through the motions, just putting shit out. Really, mainly for just like kind of like the upper tier, higher artists that are like pretty much already established.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There just hasn't been too much you know, content at that level. You know, Kendrick's album was, you know, great. I thought like you know, that was a great album, and like I still revisit that today. But you have two of some of my favorite projects this year by far. I mean, like, I think You and I is just such a well composed complete album. There's only 3 fucking songs. 3. You wouldn't even some people drop 12, and maybe 2 of them are like, all right, yeah, like, you know what I mean,
out of the 12
tells a story. It's cohesive in its sound. It's very easy to listen to. And this is just You and I. Menace, again, that's a classic album. No skips. If you ask me, I'm biased. I'm a part of the. I'm biased, but just as a fan, bro, like, that is like a very like that's 2 joints in 1 year.
Yeah. I feel like if you were a fan of mine, fine. If you were a fan of mine prior to this year, I mean, I fed you. I fed you. Like,
and
don't look at me. I fed you,
bro.
All right, you should be stuffed,
bro.
Right now,
that's and bro, and like, again,
I still got
man,
music videos coming out. God damn it.
That's why, like, again, just like as a fan, as a consumer of music, bro, like, I'm always just gonna be so grateful for artists that are doing that like can see that, like, you know what, my fans have, you know, let me just give them that. You know what I mean? Like, it don't got to be some huge market role. Like, yo, take that. 3 songs, You and I, you know what I mean? Tells a story. Like, you know what I mean? Just, bro, just shit like that, bro, just goes
Bees
a long
and all
way.
of them will never forget that last performance. You know what I mean? Like,
it goes a long
it's a timeless moment.
Way, man. Like, if you know, talk to someone 10, 15 years from now that was at that show, yo, do you remember that? Bro, yeah, man, I was actually, yo, you were there? Bro, how was this performance? Bro, that shit was crazy, bro. Like, and bro, just giving people moments like that, giving people projects that are complete, that are cohesive, that are, again, just showing that you care. That's really like the moral of it all. You feel me? So, you know, and it's again, man, like, you know, like you said, 10 views is not indicative of, like, you know, the quality of like what you just put out. You know, and like, I just feel like it just in today's day and age, like, you know, people can, you know, put out something like they feel are good. It gets 5 views, and like, you know, they kind of get discouraged and just like, fuck, like, you know what I mean, what can I'm guilty of it too. You know what I mean? Like,
again, because the issue is, you know, sometimes it doesn't get 10 views. Sometimes it gets, you know, tens of thousands of views, sometimes millions of views, and it's still ass. And then that's whenever you get into a dangerous situation.
Dangerous spot.
You either need to acknowledge the reality where this is ass and people are just making fun of me, and like, this is why it is at this point.
Yeah.
Or I'm ass, so I'm just gonna lean into being the ass person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not fucking good.
The ass person.
Let's make a joke. Like, let's make a joke out of it, and let's fucking go. You know, you don't want to be in the position where you think like, oh no, like this got 10,000 views. this shit's fire. I
Delusional.
need to double down on this.
Delusional.
No.
You never want to drink too much of your own Kool-Aid, bro. Like,
No.
at any point, you know what I mean? Like you could be on top of the world, like,
Unrelease that.
bro, unreleased that is unreleased is crazy.
Unrelease. I can show you the button you gotta click.
Yeah,
It's actually not hard.
bro. There's a quote by Robert
I think
De
a
Niro.
confirmation comes up. You just gotta
Yeah,
hit.
right.
Okay.
You get a
Yeah.
code, right? Yeah,
It does get a
They
confirmation.
give you the code,
Are you
right?
sure about this? And you hit yes.
Yeah.
And then hit
Confirm.
yes.
Are you sure that you want to
Confirm,
unrelease
yes.
this?
Confirmed.
Hit
Yes.
that button, man. There's a quote by Robert De Niro that just like, you just when shit is good or bad, man, like just remain calm. Just remain calm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not gonna be that way forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So definitely don't want to get to the point where it's like kind of like, leaning into your own hype or lack thereof too much. You know what I mean? Like it's, it definitely gets dangerous. I mean, like, what would you do? Like, would you just like kind of like lean into like if this was your position, like, would you just kind of feed it into being the ass person? It's like, what route would you take? What route does like that person take?
I don't know because I've been the greatest since I've been born.
Yeah,
So
right.
I just don't.
You
I
never
can't
even
relate.
Yeah,
to
I feel that. That's fair.
You have
That's
to be a certain person. Like you have to be a goofy like individual. You know what I mean? Like it's just like again, like the amount of people that I see that are trying to be so hard. Like they're trying to be so hard and create this like hard music.
Yeah.
And it's like again, like just give me the opportunity to compete.
Yeah,
Play your hard song and then let me come on stage and play a hit.
yeah,
I'll put the fear in God of you.
right.
I'll put the fear of God in you.
Bro,
Like let me go on stage and put Kill 'Em.
Yeah.
You'll hear what a real killer sounds like.
I mean, you'll see the room. Like,
Like
you know what I mean?
you don't need to be a game bender to have the aptitude to kill.
Mm,
Like as a matter of fact, I think you're more of a pussy. You need someone else to tell you to go kill that person.
mm.
Like maybe that person just needs killed. So how about you go do it?
Damn.
Like you bitch.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So it's like these
Damn.
dudes, like it's like I don't know what kind of problems they have, you know what I mean? And I'm not here to die about anything. You know what I mean? Like I'm here about to die about the things that I fucking stand on, you know? So it's like
Bro, what like, and I was even just kind of thinking about this the other day, man. Like, what really frightens me is just what people are willing to do or become to hit
For the
that
fame,
moment.
yeah.
Yeah, that shit is it's
I
getting
because I think
more
that's
and
something
more.
that you've even learned from me where you're like I know I know for a motherfucking fact
Yeah,
that Michael could play a character
yeah.
of drunk. And Michael
And you could
could
just completely
run
lean
with
into it.
And I
Yeah,
could
for
completely
sure.
lean into it
Yeah.
and just become that person.
For sure.
I could be this person that portrays this ultimate violence 24 fucking 7. You know what I mean? Just lean into it. You know, everything's hit.
Right.
Everything's hit. I don't create no you and I's. I'm MIC.
Right.
You can get hit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Fuck all that. I
Yeah.
don't cry over no bitches.
Real shit, though.
I don't. You know what I mean?
Real
Like,
shit.
I easily could go down that route and then
Very
be owned by
easily.
somebody else and not be allowed to say certain cultures.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on tweets and on TV and,
Yeah,
and interviews.
facts. Yeah.
You know,
Right.
So I'm blessed that it's super important to be the owner of your own self
Absolutely
and
right.
what you do, not just financially.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It might not make finance. It might lose money. You know what I
Mm.
mean? If it's literally a physical business, you know? But it's you.
I'm
And
just,
don't ever lose you.
bro.
Don't ever lose you.
That's the key, man. Like I'm seeing so many people just again pop up, just personalities, just like on social media, and just or whatever, just lane of entertainment that you're in, right? And it's just like what people are willing to do, willing to say, willing
One
to.
to say is crazy.
I'm like,
Yeah.
do you actually think that? Do you
No.
actually does?
No.
Who is saying what? Do you actually go to bed and think that way?
They don't.
And the answer is no.
No,
So
they
then,
don't.
like I'm just like, okay, so then why?
Yeah.
Because you want to get, okay, you got the views, and now everyone thinks that like, wait, no, but I'm not this person. Like I would never. It's just like, so then who like what
Yeah.
what is this all? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like what are we? I'm telling y'all, man. Like if you want to create content, rap, act, whatever, man, just like
If you want to live.
live, man. If you want to live, bro, just be genuine. Just be genuine, bro. And like you will get 1,000 times farther and just be, and even if you just maybe get 65% of the way instead of like 100%, you will be way much more happy with yourself, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man. You know what I
Again,
mean?
to go and just to finalize it here,
Yeah.
go back to like a quote. I mean, I started earlier. I mean, would you rather be the passenger of Lambo or driving? I mean, it don't matter if neither of you own either. It don't fucking matter. So you could be the passenger of Lambo, that's dope, but not if you're taking it just back to the car lot afterwards and you guys are both hopping out.
Another nigga just be like, yo, we need that back. Yo,
trust me, you would much rather own the Toyota. Or
for sure.
Whatever example.
For sure.
You'd rather own the Toyota than rent the Lamborghini.
Absolutely. Some niggas will spend their last trying to rent the Lambo.
Yeah.
They go back. They can't even feed their homies or their kids or.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So real shit.
Well, I mean, I just want to close this out, by just thank you for the job that you've done, on the podcast, and thank you for taking the risk coming out here. We've been doing extremely well. We're going to continue to do extremely well.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to provide you with a new space coming here soon for us to be
you
able to conduct this podcast. Don't want to spoil too much, but we got a lot in the works. Behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, bro. Just reiterate your socials for everybody.
Nah, for sure, man. If you want to follow me,
podcast social, give them everything.
Yeah, nah, for sure. So definitely follow the podcast page, Masters in Creation Podcast. Obviously, follow this fine gentleman here, the Master in Creation. Follow myself if you just search Tobi King on IG. I'm the one with the mad underscores under my name, so I'll be pretty easy to find there. But yeah, man, bro, keep tuning in. Like and subscribe. I am that nigga now. Definitely like and subscribe. On this video and the rest of the videos, man. We're just gonna keep bringing you people that are willing to tell their story in Pittsburgh and beyond. To be honest, so there you go, man.
Absolutely. Was this episode 65?
65 of them things, bro. Yes,
episode
sir.
65 of the MIC podcast. This is your host, Michael. MIC, the Master in Creation. This is our guest, Tobi King.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.
Peace.